How I became toxic myself. Well, I started swearing a lot. Like, I'd use a lot of obscene language when I talked and when I would argue with my then boyfriend during that abusive relationship. He swore at me a lot. Like, he'd curse me a lot. He'd use a lot of obscene language that I had never heard before. Aside from hearing some abusive language from my stepmother, my then boyfriend had a lot of obscene and abusive language up his sleeves as well. So I learned some abusive language from him, which I would then use to argue with him during the time that we were together. And some of my casual talk too, I throw in a little bit of obscene language, which I don't know if that was taken well with some of my friends back then. But today I don't curse anymore. I don't swear at other people. I do not use that type of language in my day-to-day conversation, or even if I'm in an argument with my current boyfriend, we don't talk like that to each other. So that was one of the toxic traits that I picked up from my last relationship. The other toxic trait that I picked up was excessive smoking. I was going through a lot of stress during my abusive relationship, as well as from school. So the way I coped with that was through smoking. So I became heavily addicted to smoking. I'd smoke 3-4 times a day, perhaps even more. And it took a while to break that habit. I think it was in 2016 when I left my abusive relationship, and I started to see that smoking was not helping me in any way. It kept taking money out of my pocket, and I didn't really have a lot of money then. So I took a lot of money out of my pocket, and I would get cranky if I didn't get a smoke. I was really not the best person to be around if I didn't get my smoke. So slowly by slowly, I think by the end of the year 2016, I fully quit smoking. And how I did that was by slowly cutting back one smoke per day. So I did that up to when I was left to only one smoke per day, until I just woke up one day and just completely chose not to smoke anymore, because I slowly, month by month, killed off that habit. The other toxic trait that I picked up was drinking, and drinking at clubs a lot. So I would follow my then boyfriend to the club or to a bar, and we'd drink. It was okay, but then it became, it didn't really suit me. And to be honest, I didn't really like drinking. I didn't like the taste of alcohol, but I did that anyway because I wanted to be part of the you only live once type of club. So I drank just to fit in. I drank just to be with my then boyfriend. I drank just to, be cool. And I didn't really enjoy drinking. It was just something I wanted to do, to fit in, to be part of my then boyfriend's life, because he was an alcoholic. And I would get really crazy, really cranky and crazy, that because, he was always drinking with his friends, that I would then want to be a part of that I would then want to, explore what he's exploring. Because why is it that he would be the only one drinking just because he's a man? Didn't make sense to me, so I wanted to fit in. But as of this year, 2023, I have completely stopped drinking. I think only in the beginning of the year I touched alcohol, but after that, coming down to but as of now, 2023 September, I have not drank. One reason for that is that I've been feeling a lot of pain in my right side of my body, so I stopped drinking. I was worried about my kidneys, and my liver, I think. So I stopped drinking. As of now, I do not swear, curse, use obscene language anymore. I do not smoke, and I have stopped drinking. And I've truly gone on to the path where I want to be closer to God. I want to deepen my faith with Him. I do not want to be conformed to the standards of this world. And I really want to pursue a life that is aligned with God's kingdom, a life that is truly aligned with the purpose that God has placed on my life. So this is me today after I came out of my toxic and abusive relationship. And I believe that for every girl, woman who's out there who's suffering from domestic abuse, that once you come out of it, you can live a life that is true, a life that is aligned with your true identity in Christ. And that is not one that is defined by your abusive partner, that is defined by your family or defined by your friends, a life that is true to your calling. So this is me now, and I hope that it can inspire you. My story can inspire you to pursue a life worth living, to live a life that is free of domestic abuse, because where I am now, I don't think that I could have achieved what I've achieved. I don't think I could have come this far without God in my life, without the blessings that He's poured on me after I left my abusive relationship. So that's my story. In my next video, I will be talking about how I landed my first job after I came out of my domestic abuse relationship, and how I flunked and I thought it was the end of the world. So I will see you in the next video. If you didn't see my last video, I talked about how I almost died for the second time. So if you're interested in watching that, click on this video right here to go and watch now. Bye.